Hello children, hope all of you are fine. Once again I welcome back everyone to our GC class. So children, we are learning our chapter 6, that is plants in the surrounding and environment. Okay, already we have completed some part of it. Whatever left that we will read today. So children, we have learned that our plants are mainly divided into three parts. What are they? Herbs, shrubs and trees. Okay. Examples of herbs are our neem, tomato, wheat, grass, etc. Isn't it? They have very small roots and can be pulled out very easily. Like that, our shrubs. Examples of shrubs are rose, lemon, hibiscus, etc. They are bushy in nature and have hard stems with branches. Then children, we learnt about the trees who are tall and big. They have thick woody stems known as trunk. Examples are mango, peepal, neem, etc. Okay, children. Beyond these three categories, there are two more types of plants that need support to grow and cannot stay upright on their own. What are the children? Climbers and creepers. Climbers are plants that have weak stems and cannot stand on their own. They need support to climb up, like our money plant and grapevine. And creepers have weaker stem and cannot even climb, so they are spreading on the ground and known as creepers. Plants like our pumpkins, watermelon are examples of our creepers. So children, in the last part, we have learnt about the parts of a plant, isn't it? There we have seen our plant is divided into different parts like our root, stem, leaf, fruit, bud, flower. These things we have learnt. So children, now we will learn about the root. Okay? Already I have taught about these things in our online class. If you have missed it, then please learn from here. Root is that part of plant that grows under the soil, isn't it children? Roots are of two types. What are they? Tap root and fibrous root. You can see the first type of root is our tap root and second one is our fibrous root. Taproot is a long and thick root, isn't it children? You can see it, which grow downwards into the soil and produces several smaller tiny roots from it. Plants like pea, bean, balsam, mustard and carrot have tap roots. Okay children, this root system is mainly found in dicot plants. So children, here you can see taproot is a long and thick root. Okay, and from there small tiny roots are generated. Then children, our fibrous root. Fibrous roots comprise of numerous thin roots which grow out in many different directions from the base of the stem. This type of root system is mainly found in monocot plants. Grass, onion, maize, rice have fibrous roots. So children, here you can see fibrous root. They have numerous thin roots, many thin roots. Okay, they don't have a big fat root like our tap root. Then children, what are the functions of root? The following are the main function of roots. First is roots keep the plant fixed in the soil. Okay children, otherwise the plant cannot stand straight. Roots absorb water and minerals dissolved in water from the soil. Children, we have learnt that our leaves need water for the preparation of food. Okay, for the process of photosynthesis. So, roots bring water to the leaves. Roots hold the soil and prevent soil erosion. Isn't it, children? Roots are tightly holding the soil, so the soil cannot flow. Roots of plants such as carrot, radish, turnip, and beetroot are thick because they store food in them. Okay, children? Try to remember. Like our carrot, radish, turnip, we all are eating, they are roots. Then children, we will learn about our shoot system. The shoot part consists of stem, branches, leaves, buds, flowers and fruits. Now we will learn about our stem. The stem is the main part of the shoot, which bears branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Okay, depending on the type of tree, the stem can be strong or weak. Trees like our banyan and mango have thick, woody and strong stems called as trunks. Bean and grapevine have weak stems that need the support of other plants, walls or stick. So children, here you can see the figure of our stem. Now we will learn what are the functions of stem. The main functions performed by stem are: stem provides strength to the plant to stand straight and upright. Okay children? So see, stem is also a very important part of our plant as it gives strength to the plant so that the plant can stand straight and upright. The stem carries water and minerals from the roots to the leaves for preparing food. Okay children, root brings water from the soil and that water will go to the leaves through our stem. So, stem becomes the carrier between the root and our leaves. Okay, for that reason, the stem carries water and minerals from the roots to the leaves for preparing food. So, the stem also becomes very important part of our plant. It transports food from leaves to different parts of plant. Okay, once the food is prepared by the leaves, that food can be transported to other parts of the plant by our stem. So, the stem becomes a carrier. Some stem grows under the ground and store food in them. We eat some of such stems as vegetables, for example, onion, potato, and ginger. Okay, children, remember onion, potato, and ginger are vegetables, but they are stem of that plant. So, we can eat stems of such plants like our onion, potato, and ginger. So children, these all are the functions of stem. So today we have learned about the root system and about the shoot system. In shoot system, we have learned about the stem. In the next class, we will learn about the leaves. So children, all of you, please keep on learning so that you can understand properly. Okay children, thank you.